What's up? Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest debates that's happening right now in e-commerce history. Which one is better, drop shipping versus print-on-demand business? And which one is more profitable in 2025? You've probably been thinking about starting an online business, but with cost, with competition, and what's trending out there, you're probably wondering which one of these two businesses would work best for me if I were to start today. And also, if I choose any one of these, which one of these would actually make me more money? This is a real problem today because many entrepreneurs, they don't want to waste any time and skills investing into tutorials or courses when things aren't going to actually pan out for them, when you're not going to get a real return on investment. And so that is a huge problem this 2025. And also this year, what worked back then doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna work today. So I've done all the research, I've analyzed the data, this case studies, and I packaged it all in this video so that I can give you that answer. That way you don't waste any valuable time. So in this video, I determined 5 key factors that determine which is the right business for you to start so that you could be the most profitable this year, 2025. By the way, my name is Edwin Anthony. I run a digital agency helping businesses worldwide generate over 500 million in sales, helping businesses go from 7 to 8 figures. And that's why I'm here today, to help you get the answers. So without wasting any time, let's jump right in. Key factor number 1, profit margins. Which business keeps more money in your pocket? So let's start with the basics. Which of these two generates the most money so that you could keep in your pocket? According to Shopify's 2025 dropshipping report, dropshipping typically has lower profit margins, averaging 15 to 20%. The reason? You're selling generic products that competitors can easily copy, leading to price wars that shrink profits. One case study showed that many dropshipping stores make only $7 to $10 in profit for $50 sales, as suppliers and ad costs take the bulk of the revenue. Print on demand, on the other hand, gives you higher profit margins, often 20 to 40%. And the reason for this is because you're selling customized and unique products. A study by Printful in 2024 showed that customers are willing to pay 35% more for personalized items, allowing for premium pricing and higher profit margins. But here's the problem. Higher profit margins on print on demand doesn't necessarily mean you're making more money, which leads to key factor number 2, speed to the first sale. Which business earns you money faster? If you're looking for a fast cash, drop shipping has the acceleration. It can get your money extremely quicker compared to print on demand. You can set a drop shipping store quickly and start seeing sales in days. According to a survey by Brand Vision in 2024, 73% of successful drop shipping stores reported making their first sale within the first 7 days, primarily due to aggressive paid advertising. One case study of a pet accessory store showed that with $2,000 in ad spend, they reached a daily revenue of $1,000 plus within 3 weeks. Print on demand, however, it could take months or weeks, depending on how good you are, because a lot of this stuff depends on branding, it depends on product, it depends on organic discovery and more. A 2023 Etsy seller case study revealed that the first sale often happens within 3 weeks, but the key to scale is launching multiple designs. The top 1% of POD sellers launch an average of 7 new products per day to maximize chances of success. But here's the catch. While dropshipping can get you money faster, it's harder to scale profitably. And that leads to key factor number 3, scalability. Which business can grow into a 7-figure brand? Dropshipping scales rapidly if you find the right product. Some stores go from 0 to 100K per month in a matter of weeks with the right marketing. The downside to that is that it strongly relies on paid marketing or paid advertisement, meaning that scaling often requires that investment to be ongoing, and that could start eating some into your profits. A Shopify market analysis in late 2024 showed that 85% of successful dropshipping brands reinvest at least 60% of their revenue into advertising to sustain growth. You heard that? 60%. And a lot of you guys are eating that money. You got to be careful. One example is Andreas Koenig and Alexander Pekka, who scaled a pet store to 500K a month, but had to spend $200,000 a month on ads to maintain momentum. Now, those are example businesses that are making that top dollar, but they're spending that money too. You see, it takes money to make money. Don't let others tell you that that's not true. Print on demand, however, scales more sustainably because it all really depends on the design rather than just that product novelty. You know what I mean? Successful print on demand store heavily depend on building more of a brand, building that connection with people, and then that transforms into recommendations to others. They really hyper focus on building that connection with somebody. In fact, on YouTube, there's this one channel that's called Yee. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's like this guy in the US, he's out in the field and he practices shooting like several bullets to something.
When I'm not down here shooting guns, I'm up here in my office where I run the brand and the apparel side of things. We ship all of our orders right here in Georgetown, Texas on some land we call the Yee Farm.
It's an amazing channel. He's building a connection with people. You guys definitely should go check him out. But little do you know, he has a print on demand business on the side. That's how he makes money. And that brand is attached to who he is as a person. So that is one of the most amazing examples I've ever seen. They focus primarily on building a brand first so that repetition occurs based on the design, as long as his customers can relate to how he is. You follow what I mean? According to Printful's 2025 e-commerce insight, the top 3% of POD brands generate 60% of their sales from repeat customers. Now I'm gonna tell you this. If you guys are wondering perhaps what is the best dropshipping program or app on Shopify that you guys wanna start off with, I'm gonna leave a link down below so you guys could go ahead and test that out. But when it comes to repeat customers, it's not just about the dropshipping app. Repeat customers require emails, which then you need Klaviyo, right? I'm gonna also leave a link down below for Klaviyo. You absolutely need that because once they actually buy from you, if you have a new design that's out there, you need to let those clients know, hey, this just released this spring, this summer, or here's the new winter drop. You need to send them those emails. So I'll leave a link down below in regards to Klaviyo so you guys could get started on that. So 60% of sales based on repeat customers. That sounds kind of sweet if you really think about it. So what's the big deal? What's the problem? The problem is that with print on demand, that requires creativity and consistency and product launches, right? So there's always that elbow grease of not just the mind, but also publishing it out, right? Whereas with drop shipping, all you need is that one viral product to just take off and it sells automatically, which leads to my next key factor, business longevity. Which business will survive in the long run? Drop shipping is often a short-term hustle. You know, something goes viral, the sales spike, the market becomes saturated. Then after it becomes saturated, it becomes a price war, who's selling it the cheapest, and then the profit starts going down. A Shopify case study from 2024 found that only 24% of dropshipping stores remain active after 2 years. As a digital marketing agency, I could tell you that that is a fact. Do you know how many stores I've built for people? And in just a matter of like, let's say 2 years, those businesses are not active anymore because of this situation that I'm explaining to you guys. And the website was like super dope. The website was like amazing. They did the social media, they did all that, but these are facts. No lies here. Print on demand, however, has momentum to stick around long term because you're hyper focused on building a brand. And building a brand is what sticks for long-term sustainability. And not just that, your products are original designs. It's not something from an app that everybody and their mother is selling. This stuff is yours because you designed it. You came up with the concept. You launched it. That is attached to your brand, and that's attached to sustainability. Furthermore, customers come back for more because you're creating a niche audience that's very connected to your brand. And therefore, it doesn't rely too much on ads where you always have to pump money on ads, right? Remember, you're building that audience that's related to your brand, and therefore that favors you. According to Etsy's 2024 seller data, 75% of top POD sellers generate consistent monthly income, with seasonal spikes driving even more revenue. This is absolutely true. Think about those POD businesses that are into like holiday sales, right? Or let's say Halloween. They go crazy when it comes to that event and they sell like crazy, right? But then all of a sudden, what happens to the summer? What happens to the spring, right? Sales drop, right? But they make it up by the time their season comes in. And depending on what business you're in, that's exactly the same way. The same goes for fitness. Oh my goodness, your sales have to be spiking up drastically in January because everybody's trying to go to the gym type of thing, right? But then all of a sudden, what happens around the summer? What happens around, you follow what I mean? Or like summer clothes, etc. That's why you always have to like reinvent new things over and over and over again, depending on when that drop occurs. So that sounds pretty sweet, but hold on, here's the challenge then, really. Print on demand requires patience. And the reason why it requires patience is because you need to come up with new designs in order to keep everything new again. You know, like in the fashion industry, they always have like the fall edition, here's the season for the spring, and so on and so forth. It requires all of that, which brings us to the number 5 point that I want to share with you. Which business model suits you best? All right, so the moment of truth. So which one is it that's going to work out best for you? Choose dropshipping if you want fast money and quick scalability. But granted, you have to also be good at running some ads, right? And if you're interested in running ads, I have a link down below for you in order to get yourself started on that. Because remember, you have to be very aggressive and you have to move quickly and pivot very quickly because trends come and go. Grab that virality, pump some money in it, take off, get that money, and then just go to the next thing. You have to be fast with it. You can't just stick around. Choose print on demand if you're looking for stronger branding connection, if you're looking for stronger sustainability and longevity in business, and if you want to create a fan base based on your niche with returning customers. If you're that type of guy or girl and you want to take things a little bit slower but mostly invest on branding, then print on demand is going to keep your wallets full for the long term. But hold on, what's wrong with doing both? Why can't you do both? Think about it. You could do one section where it's just drop shipping and then the other section where it's mostly building a brand. I think that's the best of both worlds if you ask me. And I've seen many businesses that perform very well that way. But in this video, you learned both and you learned the pros and cons on both of them. So if you found this totally helpful, all I ask is for you to demolish that like button down below and let me know also what you think down in the comments. Which angle would you rather go with? Would you rather do drop shipping? Would you rather do print on demand? Or if you've been actually running businesses like this, how's it going for you in regards to drop shipping versus print on demand? Also, if you want a print on demand link, I'll also leave that down below. If you like learning about Shopify and e-commerce, I have a SKOOL community that you guys could definitely join into, and don't miss a beat on that, because in this community you get to learn all of the basics as well as how to build your store. And I even have a Klaviyo course in there. I have all types of courses in there. Now let's say you're at a point where your business is absolutely failing and you need tips on how to like resuscitate that stuff on ads. I have a video over here that talks about what happens if your business is failing, right? Totally go ahead and check that out. I give you a whole bunch of tips that are very powerful for you. Aside from that, see you on the next video.